McKendree Panther, 6'4", and a senior from Kansas City, Kansas, averaging 14.4, and he currently stands at 971 career points, closing in on the 1,000 plateau.
It'll be interesting to see in the first 2 or 3 minutes who establishes the pace and what the pace is going to be. It looks like it's going to be a fast game, but every time you try to project that or predict that, it seems like for whatever reason the game gets slowed down. But both teams' strength is to get it up and down the court, not to just walk it. So we'll find out here in a couple minutes.
Really, if it becomes a running game, it'd be hard to say who the advantage would go to, because that's the style McKendree would like to play. It'll be Stephen Tolles jumping up against David Watson. Both players at 6'4". Ken Cornwell and Chester Ships are the officials. And the Bearcats control the tip, moving from right to left on your screen in the first half. They work it around quickly. Ken Schwartz, the leading scorer on this team, wearing 51. They're at the top of the key with the ball. 18.6 is scoring average and 7.9 rebounds. He drives down and tries it, but it's partially blocked by Chuck Allen. Last touch by McKendree, and the ball to the Panthers.
Chuck actually blocked it into Schwartz's knee, and it bounced out. Drury opening up in a man-to-man that time, and McKendree coming in with a full court press. It seems to me they're going to want to be aggressive with the game style.
30 seconds into the game, we're scoreless, and Drury with their first chance at their basket. Up to Coots, and back out. Kenneth Langston drives in. McKendree closes up down low, and so the Panthers bring it out high, and Langston drills a three. He had 5 3-pointers against Emporia State, and the Panthers are on top 3-0. Raymond Wilkes weaves into the lane and scores for McKendree.
Both teams playing a man-to-man. McKendree coming out the first time in full court press, this time just in some full court pressure.
And another tray is on the way and good for Chuck Allen. Any of the frontline players for Drury are capable of hitting that 3-pointer, which is a tremendous asset.
I don't know if McKendree has scouted Drury or not, but statistically you look and you say, well, we better stop Watson inside. And if you do that to the point of sacrificing the players outside, they will burn you.
Jim Coots with some nice defense. It's out of bounds to McKendree with 22 on the shot clock. Now, Emporia State found out what a sagging zone defense can do against Drury, to the tune of a 16-point win for the Panthers Wednesday night. Schwartz gets a screen and hits outside. So both teams have 2 baskets, but Drury's have both been 3-pointers.
Schwartz looks like a player who's going to play inside. To watch him out there, 6'5", probably 200 or more, but he sure took that jump shot with a lot of ease. Keeps on the inside there.
Count it for Jim, and he'll go to the line. Great ball movement. The pass came across from Allen on the other side of the lane. Foul is on Stephen Tolles, his first. And Coots will go to the line for 1. Coots with an average of 7.5 points, and he hits his third here. 9-4 Panthers. Outside, Darren Randall with a nice drive and a basket. Panthers quickly in the transition game, though, are going to have free throws forthcoming again as David Watson took it into the lane strong.
Foul is on Darren Randall, his first team foul number 2.
Randall's first foul and team foul 2.
Neither team making very many passes before they put it up. Drury trying to score on the break a couple times. McKendree 1 or 2 passes, a penetration shot. It's 9-6 now, and if this pace keeps up, he can get up there.
They David Watson, the team's leading scorer and rebounder, has his first of the afternoon after a 19-point performance against Emporia State. Randall out front. Brings it the other way with Drury in the man-to-man. Spin, might have been a travel. No call. Coots jerks it down. And gets it on the outlet to Langston. Quickly ahead to Allen. Inside to Watson.
Watson put 2 or 3 moves on and ended up right under the basket. Had to come in backwards from the left-handed side with a right-handed shot, but got it in.
This one's up short for Michael Houghton. Watson has the rebound, and the Panthers look good early in the transition game. 3-pointer won't go for Langston. Panthers lead 14-6.
It's a good rebound by Allen that time. A lot of times in a running game, the offensive team or the team on offense forgets to go ahead and rebound. They think they're going to make every one.
There's good position on the part of Kevin Schwartz, and he'll be shooting free throws for McKendree. These teams haven't met since 1980. Only 3 times previously have Drury and McKendree met on the basketball floor. The last time in the early part of the 1980-81 season. Drury's only victory in the series here at Weiser Gym behind Nate Quinn's 22-point performance. First free throw is good for Schwartz.
We've got it on replay right now. He's going up. Reaches over right there.
Oh, that's a strong inside game there. Schwartz looks like he can do it in or out.
Well, we know why he's their leading scorer.
Yeah. Can do it from either way, and he makes both free throws. Panthers lead 14-8. We have played just 4 minutes. Points are on the board in a big way early.
McKendree's gone to his zone this time.
Kevin Cheffy is in for Drury, the 6'6" junior from Nixa. Faulkner with a nice fake and move into the hole, and he's going to get called for a charge. Faulkner called for an offensive foul. Team foul 2 against the Panthers. Chad Brown out front.
It looks like every player on McKendree is capable of hitting the jump shot from outside, or they all like to penetrate and take little short running jump shots.
That one went for 3. Cooch tries to answer, but it rattles out. Schwartz gets the board in heavy defensive traffic. And a travel is called as Raymond Wilkes was left flat on his back and tried to initiate.
Had Wilkes stayed on his back, I think he'd gotten by. When he rolled, that became walk. Here we have it on replay. The ball's knocked loose several times. Watson looks like he has it. Knocked in. Now Wilkes, when he goes down, well, he didn't get a chance to quite save. Back to live.
Shoots out front. Langston for 3. Schwartz gets the board. What he did is he actually had the ball cupped in his left arm when he went down, so that's where the travel came from. We played 5 minutes. Panthers lead 14-11. Randall sets things up out front. Chad Brown in a little trouble. It's out of bounds to the Panthers, and Tim Etting checks in for Drury. 6'2" senior from Festus, Missouri, the current Pizza Hut Player of the Week for the Panthers. He is in place of Allen. So Cheffy operates in the middle, down low on the baseline. He gets it from Cooch, comes up to Langston. Pass inside to Watson. Out to Etting for a 3-pointer. Panthers so far.
And answered by Schwartz. Neither team is embarrassed to put the shot up right away. Schwartz has really looked well.
We've played just a little over 6 minutes.
One of those shots that looked like he was hoping to get fouled when he didn't. Went ahead and shot it anyway from down the hip and put it in off the glass.
Schwartz with the drive on Chappie. Second try won't go for Randall. Third gets knocked away, and that'll be a foul on Langston. Langston grabbed the arm up at the top. Grabbed Raymond Wilkes.
Well, just when we start bragging on Schwartz, he takes him out.
He goes out with 7 points in less than 7 minutes. Allen is back in for Chappie for the Panthers. And the Drury Panthers have it on a 3-on-2 break. Watson can't get the layup. McKendree in the transition game. Wilkes fails to connect. Both teams in the running game. Langston will try. Allen kept it alive. Back out to Tim Edding. 12:53 to go in the first half. Don West and Roland Schultz with you from Weiser Gym for NAIA basketball action. Tim Edding goes it up from 3 again. It's the Panthers by 8, 22-14. That scoreboard could look more like a tote board at the end of the game at this rate.
We'll check the score at 10 minutes and see what happens.
Allen blocks Brown's shot, and Drury will get it back.
We'll see what happens if we quadruple it and then see how true that comes. A lot of times games will start out this way and then sometimes slow down.
And we're going to see Brown's shot.
Goes up, it looks like Chuck blocks it right there. You see space between he and the shot maker, so doesn't get the foul.
Steve Davis is in for McKendree, a 6'2 freshman from Chicago, wearing number 25. 9 points, all from 3-point land. And McKendree takes timeout.
I don't know everything he's going to tell them, but I know he's going to tell someone to get on Tim Edding. The first time you make it, well, that was maybe luck. Second time, but he's made 3 in a row, I believe.
Well, 15 of the 25 points for the Panthers have been from beyond the 19-foot 9-inch stripe. So something is going to have to give for McKendree. They break huddle early.
Well, he may have simply changed defenses. They started out in an aggressive man-to-man, and for whatever reason, he switched to the zone. It doesn't look like McKendree's really comfortable with that zone because they're standing around and conceding all of the three-pointers. They don't need to.
Again, Allen with the block right into the backboard. Clearly, no contact there. McKendree's ball, and the Panthers show press. Brian Stanfield is in for Drury, the senior from Springfield Hillcrest. Flooding. Darren Randall bringing it up for McKendree. Steve Davis goes over to Brown from long range. Ball is tipped up and controlled by the Bearcats. But it's intercepted by Watson inside. Drury on the move. Allen can't hit the 3. Sean Lewis is also in for McKendree, number 31, another freshman from Chicago at 6'3". He gets it down low and hits the banker.
Edding got caught fronting, which may have been under the coach's order, but whenever you front, you have to have someone behind. With no one there, they simply lobbed over and had the easy shot.
Allen with the turnaround at the mid post. Lewis gets the board. He's a big guy in there, donning the t-shirt under the uniform. Shot is blocked. Lewis controls it though. Misses and Watson gets it. Well, if not on the scoreboard, David Watson has had several big rebounds early to make his presence known. Stanfield tries for a three and misses.
Drury has missed their last 3 or 4 times down the court, and still at the 10-minute mark stands to get in the 100-point category. If they can get back on track.
Well, if the pace continues, the Panthers would hit the century mark exactly. Coots lost it out of bounds. Chaffee's back in for Drury.
What Coach Walker needs to be, and I'm sure he is aware of it, and the players, he's getting lackadaisical. They're up 9 points, 9 minutes into the first game, 10 minutes. They've got to lead. You know, and here we are talking about 100. It's real easy to lose track, lose your concentration. I feel the last couple of times that's about what's happened is take a lazy shot or make a lazy pass, not full concentration as if it was 12 to 12 right now or something like that. We got a lot more. We got a foul on Stanfield.
Going by there over the left shoulder of Michael Ogden.
You see Brian going around reaching there. I don't think that's a foul.
There it is.
Yep. Comes in more or less as a cross-body block and seems to...
It might actually have been right here where he kind of hooks around. There it is. 9:30 to go first. And a basket and a foul for the Bearcats. Steve Davis got it in. Chuck Allen picks up his second personal. Martin Marcus is into the lineup for McKendree, wearing 33, a freshman from Aviston, Illinois. And Jim Coots returns for the Panthers. So now the conventional 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center, if you will, for the Panthers, with Chaffee in the middle. Free throw is good for Davis, and Langston is in for Stanfield. So we'll see if Coach Harry Statham has told the troops to come out to the 3-point line. The zone does come out a little bit more. Langston from 15, goes 14. Watson gets it. Watson had it poked away, but Coots controls. Shot clock not a problem. It stands at 30. Edding with the 3. On a 6-8 average, he has 12 points in the first 12 minutes of the game, all from 3-point land.
Right now, he's the only Drury player hitting.
Really is.
Everyone else missed some shots they normally would make.
This would be a 3, but it didn't go for Marcus. And again, the Panthers look for a transition basket. Back to Edding with a hot hand.
Consistently, that kind of all leaders in defensive management can find 6-7 feet.
The play comes to life as the Panthers get the ball back. Look out for Edding. There it is again. 18. Timeout McKendree.
I don't know how you can top that shooting display right there.
Unbelievable. Edding has 6 3-pointers.
Almost every one of them from the same spot on the floor.
Right there on the right wing like this one.
It's funny, basketball is a funny game. And you feel it, it's going right for you. You want the ball, give me a shot. He hasn't forced anything. Sure, he's going to miss one. But really into their groove right now. And quite sure what's concerning McKendree is they're not doing anything competitive. And against the zone, they're just taking the standard jump shot. And he did right there. There's no great movement, no one-on-one move. But if you let him have it, he'll kill you. And McKendree continues to leave him open.
Well, what the Panthers have done is they have enabled him to get open for just that split second that he needs to set and shoot.
Drury on a 9-0 run right now on 3 shots.
Now heading on a 9-0 run. He's open again from here, but Cheffy. And a foul against Drury.
It could be a pick'em foul there. I think both Coots and Watson collided after the shot or on the shot. He chose Watson.
Brown hit his head on the hardwood when he came down. You see.
There we see Watson going right to the shooting line. If they're both having contact, they will generally call the foul on the player closest to the ball or the man shooting the hand, and that was Watson.
The Bearcats substitute. Raymond Wilkes is back in. He started at the off guard. Sean Lewis takes a seat. 2 free throws for Chad Brown, a junior from Metropolis, Illinois.
That was Superman's prime.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
They need a Superman right now. They really can't afford to fall very much further behind. They're down 17, 16 as they make this 7-13. They'd made a good run and got back within 7 at 25 to 19. Now it's 36 to 20. On the road, a 20-point margin at half.
It's 16 with 7 minutes to go in the first half. Drury up 36-20. Coots fakes the 3 and draws in. Well, you bring the defense out and then burn them inside. Out of bounds, back to the Panthers. McKendree is number 3 ranked team in District 20 of the NAIA, which is the Illinois district. Number 3 with a Dunkel rating of 35.0. Third behind number 1, Olivet Nazarene at 44.5, and St. Francis at 43.8. The Panthers, of course, high atop District 16. Coots again. Looked in for Faulkner's back into the lineup. But it's picked off. Schwartz had 7 early points, including 1 3-pointer, but hasn't been heard from since. They'll try a 3. Saved at the last second in the corner by Raymond Wilkes. But out of bounds again to the Panthers, who lead 38-20, 6:11 to go first half.
Had Wilkes not tried to move, he'd have been okay. In an effort to get open, he moved his free foot and stepped on the line. McKendree should not panic right now. That was almost a panic move. You know, cut the ball back, got a chance to get a good shot. Not a smart move, not as if any of them are. Some are unavoidable. That was an avoidable one.
Langston will go to the line. The Panthers are getting a lot of shots inside, Roland, when they try to bring it out. Just like Coots did a while ago with an easy layup, and Langston had it all to himself there, but was fouled.
Basketball game is a game of act and react, and you must react to what they give you. And earlier they were collapsing, they took the 3-pointer, forced them to come out, and now they're taking the good inside shot. Smart basketball on Drury's part.
Langston hits the first of 2. He has 5. Tim Edding's hot hand has not had the chance to release another one yet. Bank shot falls for Chad Brown. This is the start of a 4-game stint in a 7-day time period for the Panthers. Toots with a turnaround from the block. Panthers have Central Methodist in Fayette on Tuesday, and their home for School of the Ozarks is coming Thursday, and Avila College next Saturday. That'll be homecoming. Schwartz hits a 3-pointer. They hit double figures.
Drury needs to make the same adjustment on Schwartz that McKendree needs to make on Eddie. He's proved that he can make this shot, and he is a leading scorer. The thing about Eddie that surprised the opposition, because he doesn't start, he doesn't have a big scoring average. Schwartz, we should know to stay on him.
Nice. Well, the Panthers have maintained the early quick pace.
That's close to a shot from NBA. 3 feet beyond the 19-foot mark.
A foul. With 4:26 to go before halftime. Chad Brown picks up his first personal. Only 14 fouls against McKendree. Drury has 6, so McKendree will be in the bonus.
You see Watson trying to get open down underneath. Called the foul.
Now Brown there, who was to the near side of Watson in that shot.
McKendree into the man-to-man.
Drury somehow able to control. Watson with the lead. 44-25, Drury. Ogden looked like he bumped into one of his own players there. Coots behind the back to Cheffy. Down low to Langston. Cheffy controls. Watson controls.
McKendree's starting to look tired right now, but that time down court, Drury had them 5-2 as far as getting across that court, and then let Drury just play volleyball with it on the offensive end until they put it in.
Nice post move that time for Raymond Wilkes. McKendree has only 10 players on the roster. So fatigue could be a factor that would favor Drury later. Not that it's important right now, really, but Drury up 21.
The one downside, or one of the, depending on what your coaching and playing philosophy is, but if you're going to run it up and down the court a lot and put a lot of pressure on, you've got to be able to be in shape. Here's a replay. There he is reaching over, called it on the arm. Watson claiming, of course, he was innocent. The ref says no.
Raymond Wilkes with the first of the 2-shot foul. 68% for the season from the line. 3:27 to go in the half. And here comes Sean Lewis back into the game. He'll replace Tolles in the middle.
Drury had the one brief moment at 25-19 or 25-15 where they didn't score for several minutes. Other than that, have really played well on that.
There's Cheffy again. Everything is falling from the field for Drury, and if it doesn't, they get it back and stick it back in anyway. Oh, a nice move as Ogden got behind the basket.
That's a very difficult move. Lay the left hand in, no glass, put it off. I'm sure that Drury was surprised by it.
Faulkner to Cheffy. Nice pass and he could count the basket. The Panthers are having their way with McKendree.
Basket is good. Foul on number 23, Michael Ogden, his first. 15 foul.
50-29 with 2:47 left in the half. Jeffy has 9. And again, McKendree is sticking to Tim Edding like glue on offense after his 6 3-pointers.
Langston took a gamble then. He was beaten and just reached around, hoped to deflect his dribble. Didn't get it. The man had a layup.
Chad Brown with the basket, his 8th point. Shoots up to Edding, guarded closely this time by Chris Zupan, who's in. Edding has it. Unbelievable. That's 7 3-pointers.
McKendree is going to see Edding in their nightmares.
I have not seen a three-point shooting display like this in a while, if ever. And the Panthers get it back.
Tim just stepped out an extra 2 or 3 feet from the 3-point range to get that shot.
This time Edding drives. The foul is on the floor. It's against Chris Zupan, 5'11" freshman from Wood River, Illinois. That last 3. That one from the left side.
Yeah. They made him step out an extra step, and they made him switch sides, but he still put it down.
Well, it's all the same distance all the way around. Jeffy goes to Faulkner, posted up low. Steve Davis returns for the Bearcats. Davis for Brown. 1:26 to go in the half. The Panthers actually have increased the pace a little bit since the 10-minute mark, by and large, due to Edding's 3-pointers. 7 for the first half of the game. Langston misses, and it's pulled down by Ogden.
The other night against Emporia, Drury was 2 for 10 from the 3-point range in the first half.
33 white,
Drastically improved that. Got a foul on Langston holding underneath.
Yeah, just 2 for 10 in the first half. They came back with a nice performance. Langston had a total of 5 3-pointers. Jim Cooch had a couple. Chuck Allen had 1, and Brian Stanfield had 1.
The difference between being 2 for 10 and being as hot as they are tonight is instead of a 31-30 halftime score, you've got 54-31. Plus,
more comfortable.
Yeah, I'm sure Emporia is a better basketball team, at least according to the Dunkel. That had something to do with it, I'm sure.
Well, they were number 10 nationally in NAIA coming into that game. The Panthers number 7, McKendree unranked. All NAIA teams behind Oklahoma Baptist this week, ranked number 1.
McKendree's played a lot of basketball games for this stage of the season, 12-9.
That's 3 more than Drury has played, and it is. That's 21 games, and there's still a month to go. Final minute. Pass is picked off, and here come the Bearcats on the move with Lewis. Coots set up in front of it. No call. And now a foul stops the action.
See if we can sort this out on replay. I don't think the foul was called until after the shot. This is I believe a no call right here. It looks like it's afterwards, going for the rebound over the back.
Oh, I don't think that was what the call was on.
Looks like it's on Eddings, what they've got on the board. It doesn't. Well, we're really not sure.
So
at least I'm not.
We'll be confused along with you. Marvin Walker can't believe this one. One of the push. 45 seconds left and 41 on the shot clock. Actually, only a second or so difference in the game clock and the shot clock. McKendree doesn't need to be working for a last shot. Now Raymond Wilkes is fouled. Marvin Walker is just furious.
He felt the McKendree player pushed, and with a no call. You say in basketball, it's usually not the calls that beat you, it's the no calls that kill you. And that's usually what will get a coach really upset.
I'd accept that. Faulkner got the foul, his second. 31 seconds to go in the half. McKendree just trying to get a little more respectable going into the locker room.
If they can score this free throw and hold Drury for 30 seconds, at least be under 20. I said earlier they needed to keep it under 20. I meant more than just 1 point. But tell you what, the way they play, they're not going to slow down offensively. So if things go well, they get back in the game, and if they don't, it'll be a blowout.
The shot clock is off. Stanfield cuts through with the wide open layup. I'd like to see how many layups the Panthers have had in the first half. Quite a few. You see the clock.
McKendree lacks a stopper inside on defense, and once you beat your man, you're free to go to the hole.
Lewis just ahead of the buzzer. But the Panthers will go into the locker room with a very comfortable 19-point lead, 56-27 at the half. We'll check the scoring for the McKendree Bearcats in the first half. 10 from Kevin Schwartz, including a couple of three-pointers. Raymond Wilkes and Chad Brown had 8 each, both starters. And Lewis had 4 off the bench. Steve Davis 3. Darren Randall and Michael Ogden had 2 each for the McKendree Bearcats. How about the shooting of Tim Edding in the first half? He has 21 points, all of them from three-point range.
Here's the final shot at the half, about 1 second to go. 10-12-foot turnaround, he made it.
You know, Edding had 22 against Rockhurst in a game which last week matched teams 1 and 2 in District 16. Drury ended up winning by 40 or so. 22 against Rockhurst, but he has 21 in the first half against McKendree. Langston had 5, Watson 9, Coots 5, Allen 5, Cheffy a nice half with 9 points, and Brian Stanfield had 2 for the Drury Panthers. 56-37 our halftime score. The Panthers lead over the McKendree Bearcats, and we'll be back in just a moment. And Roland Schultz back with second half action from Weiser Gymnasium. The Drury Panthers having a little trouble with McKendree so far, 56-37 as we prepare for the second half. How about Tim Edding? Went 7 for 7 from three-point range, 21 points, and already has a Drury record for three-pointers in a game.
And it's broken about 2. The old record 5 held by several players, including Langston, just the other night. So he's really broken the back of the McKendree Bearcats.
He's not starting the second half. The Panthers go with their starting 5. Watson out front. Now Coots as the Panthers move from right to left. You would think Edding would rather stay on the other end of the floor for the second half, but he has to come down to the east goal this time. Faulkner's first basket to put the Panthers ahead by 21. But McKendree answers quickly with Raymond Wilkes.
McKendree needs to get Schwartz back into their offense. He had 10 points for the half, but he had 7 of them in, I believe, the first 3 or 4, 5 minutes at the most, and then they shut him off, and he's obviously a big part of their offense.
Langston for 3. Rattles out. And a foul on McKendree. This is Randall climbing over the back. Halftime numbers. Drury shot 60% from the field as well as shooting 60% from three-point range. 21 of 35 total, 9 of 15 from three-point range, including Eddings 7 of 7. 5 of 6 from the line for the Panthers, 17 boards to 19 for McKendree. Drury turned it over 5 times, McKendree 8. The Bearcats shot just 36%, 12 of 33. Made 10 of 12 from the foul line. Drury will keep it.
Cross-court pass was deflected. Drury's ball again. 31 seconds on the shot clock.
Just ankle deep into the second half. Panthers look for their 6th straight win. Allen with the 3, no good. Stephen Tolles gets the rebound. The starting 5 on the floor as well for McKendree. Right side to Tolles. And the Bearcats set it back up. Pass inside Schwartz. He got hung out to dry. Has to go to Tolles for the baseline wing jumper. 58-41 Panthers. Coots found Watson cutting through. He lost it. A lot of times it's looked more like a volleyball match on Drury's end. But they have managed to maintain control for most of the afternoon. Tipped back out to Allen.
That last sequence with Watson would have been very difficult to do on radio, wouldn't it? He bounced it everywhere, but into the basket. Drury starting a little colder right now on the offensive end. Needs to get it going again.
Schwartz rims it around. It's lost, and McKendree will get it back.
Several games ago, the Drury was guilty in the first half of starting to look specifically for the three-point shot as opposed to just an open shot. And right now, they just need to put a couple up on the board and let the three-pointers come if they do, and otherwise just play basketball.
Bank shot follow is good for Michael Ogden. He has 4. At least there for that stretch run in the first half. That was the ideal shot, was to get the ball in the hands of Tim Edding. Let him bomb away. With Edding not in the lineup, the Panthers go with their conventional attack. David Watson hits double figures, 11 points on the afternoon. Drury led 19 at the half, currently standing at 17, 3 minutes into second half action. Ogden is off the mark and Coots gets it. Zip pass to Faulkner and he goes to Watson. McKendree has had very little to say defensively.
They seem disorganized right now. There's that time they had 2 or 3 people applying full court pressure, and then the 2 people back for safety were caught just totally standing. As Coots crossed half court, hit a long pass. There it is into Faulkner, and Faulkner hit it over to Watson, who could have easily had a 3-point conversion on it. Instead, he has 2 free throws.
Watson had 9 first half points, 11 total now. The team's leading scorer at 15 points per game. It looks like he's probably going to get that, but it could pale in comparison to what Tim Edding might get. Already with the Drury record for 3-pointers in a game with 7. I'm sure we'll see him. Randall directs traffic. Goes low. Wilkes had it. And a little stutter step is called there by the official Ken Cornwell. Chad Brown back in for the McKendree Bearcats. Drury's 10-1 here at Weiser this year. Their only home loss was to Henderson State out of Arkansas, a 10-point defeat. The only other blemish on the Panther record this year, a loss at Missouri Western by 2. Kevin Sheffey has 11.
McKendree seemed to be putting pressure on Drury's outside game, which is natural after the half. But they are leaving now Sheffey and Watson open for the 15-foot jump shot.
Brown that time with the leaner stuck a forearm into Sheffey there, but it wasn't called. Four minutes into the second half, the Panthers lead 63-45. Watson, turnaround.
Watson almost surprised by that pass, looking to rebound, and Langston hit him with a nice, easy pass under the basket. Made a good move to get the shot.
Faulkner got away with one there. Allen dribbles up to Langston, now Sheffey. Back down to Watson. Sheffey with the follow.
And Kevin just got in a little bit of a hurry that time. Threw it up too quickly and didn't get a good shot off the glass.
Drury by 20. Still plenty of time to shoot. And a lane violation is called against McKendree. I heard a new one on the 3-second call this morning. Homesteading in the lane.
I tell you, it's really tough if you're an inside player and you feel you have your man beat. You're down low. You keep thinking, certainly they're going to pass me the ball here in the next half of a second. You can get caught guilty instead of having a shot, the turnover. I can empathize with some of them.
Langston hits. He has 7. And the Panthers increase the lead to 22. Our next broadcast for you here on Ozarks Public Television will be this coming Thursday against School of the Ozarks out of Point Lookout. Between now and then, the Panthers will be in Fayette to take on Central Methodist.
Here we see Tolles going in and Kevin coming across, hacking him with both the body and the arm. He'll have a 2-shot free throw.
Only Cheffy's first. And Tolles with 2. So Central Methodist on Tuesday, the next game for the Panthers. Ironically enough, Central Methodist ranked number 2 in District 16 this week. That could change by Monday when the polls come out. School of the Ozarks Thursday will be our next game here on Ozarks Public Television. And then Avalon. And the basket goes.
Good drive by Chuck that time. Had a screen by Watson and slid in between. There he is right there, up off the glass. They did call a foul from that particular angle. It did look questionable. I'm sure Coach Walker will take it. You get the good with the bad from both sides.
Well, it looked like almost a goaltend as well. In fact, it looked like he was trying to goaltend, but didn't get the ball.
Steal by Faulkner.
In heavy traffic. No hook miss. For Chuck Allen. And timeout McKendree.
I was about to say 30 seconds ago that Drury was just trading baskets, but they moved out. Here's a replay. Look away pass to Allen up for the left-handed lay in and in.
I love seeing that no-look pass. Super pass on the part of Faulkner.
Drury was simply trading baskets for the first four or 5 minutes and waiting for that spurt. They hit it. I will say this for McKendree, even though they're down 24, 25 points, they're not giving up. He's calling timeout when he should. He's trying to break the momentum. Players are playing hard. A lot of time a team gets down on the road, you can just sense it in their eyes and their actions. They just give up. I think the bad part for McKendree is their offense is their strength and not their defense. And when you're down, you've got to stop the other team from scoring and get back into the game.
McKendree's ball. The Panthers have blown it open pretty much. 72-46. We're at the 13:44 mark. And this will be a foul on the Bearcats as Coots took a drive right in front of Coach Walker.
Looked like Tolles caught reaching in on that. I think he thought he was going to get a free steal, and just as he got to the ball, there was Coots and collided with him. Threw his ball inside.
4 team fouls against McKendree now. Panthers only 1. Allen thought about it for 25 or so. Faulkner with a nice fake. Gets it back himself, and he'll shoot free throws. Mugged from behind by Raymond Wilkes.
See, Faulkner surprised everybody with how quick he got the first shot off. He misses, it goes up, he gets it back, and on the replay they go over his back right here. There it is. Obvious foul right there. Good camera angle on his back and on his head, arms.
And everything else.
That's pretty obvious one.
He's got it delving into the yearbook here for the Panthers. Get a few records. Faulkner no good on the first free throw. If you're wondering about the record for most points in a game by a Drury team, it was 127 points. Very far off that pace. But who knows what might happen. Is that right?
Yeah.
1967 against Westminster. Shot is off the mark and Coots gets it. Swings it down to Faulkner.
Right now McKendree's getting caught watching on defense. One man's guarding the ball and 2 or 3 of the other players get caught standing, and Drury making them pay.
13 minutes to go. Lewis, a little frustrated there as he goes down.
Here's Faulkner's a great pass. The play, it's a good shot by Faulkner, but the play was a great pass by Jimmy Cooch as we introed into that.
The foul was against Lewis, his first. So it looks as though the Panthers continue the pace. They'll hit the century mark. With little trouble, but...
Well, Coach Walker's going to have to start substituting soon. Like I said, he is going 4 games in 7 days. Here comes Eddings. I know what the crowd is going to be wanting from Tim.
Coots is fouled from behind by Brown, his third. Now Edding in for the first time in the second half. Already with the school record of 7 3-pointers in the first half. He'll go in for Allen. Coots will be the shooter. Played on the 1984 Springfield Catholic State Championship team. That year there were 3 state champions in Springfield. Of course, the Hillcrest boys in Class 4A and the Central girls also in 4A. Good year for basketball, 84.
Okay, we got one. Watch the release.
The Panthers have extended the lead to 30. Seven for Coots. $12 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Langston almost had it. There will be a return engagement in Lebanon, Illinois between these two teams. Ball's out of bounds. The officials look at each other. No signal yet. McKendree's ball. Drury will go to McKendree February 17th. Coots saves it into Langston.
I don't think Langston could believe how open it was. Looked around both ways before he went into the shot. He knew one of the smaller men in the court said it's a smart play. He's making sure that he wasn't going to get it blocked.
May be Langston. We'll see. Here's Coots.
Great pass over his head, and there's Kenny open, looking both ways, in off the glass. Down at the other end, McKendree's ball top of the key.
Zupan is back in with the basketball for the Bearcats. This is Schwartz. We haven't heard much from him since early on in the game. He's their leading scorer at over 18 a game. Jeffy couldn't find the range. Brown will try it and hits. Drury still up comfortably. When you stand around on defense, that's what's going to happen.
They are really guilty right now. 81-49 trailing and standing on defense. It'll get you in trouble. Make all the threes in the row, but if you don't stop them, you'll never get back in the game.
I think they've entered a no contest plea already. The Panthers continue to be over 100-point average. Faulkner with the dish down low. On the pass from Coots, he got a step ahead of Brown, and as we were talking about at halftime, Roland, once you get by your man, you're there. Edding controls. Let's see if he tries one. Little showtime as he goes to Faulkner.
That's what you really like to see. He's not out there for any individual records. You know, the man was open and he hit him. Here we have it on replay. Inside, good shot by Faulkner where he didn't get the pass, and the pass is a great play by Edding. Everyone in the gym was looking for him to shoot it, and he fooled him, scored 2 points, and got an assist.
And cheers all around. You even saw Marvin Walker a minute ago adding to the applause here at Weiser. Jeffy is out. He may be finished for the afternoon with 11 points.
I don't think Langston will be back in, nor Kevin. You alluded to the fact they've got to go down to, or over to Illinois on February 17th. You know, it's 10 minutes to go. It's 86-52. You're not going to play any more of your starters. Basketball has a way of coming around, as all sports do. You have up times and down times. And coaches remember if you're deliberately rubbing your face in it, and I don't think Marvin wants to do that.
Well, you're right about that. Edding passes out to Watson. Five Panthers in double figures. Faulkner is through for the day with 10. 88-52 with 9:33 to play. Well, Schwartz has 4 3-pointers to his credit now. Panthers by 33. Drury just having some fun with it more than anything. Now it looks like. Allen for 3. Under 9 minutes left.
Got to walk, I'm sure.
Traveling is the call. The ball back to Drury. With regard to Edding, I would say probably he is not aware of the record, but he is aware that he hasn't missed yet.
No one really talks about that at halftime or during a game. And now if it gets maybe down to a minute to go, they might.
There's the first miss.
But you're not invincible. No one's going to hit forever.
That's true.
He certainly has put on a great show, and he'll remember it, I'm sure.
Watson kicked it out.
I doubt he even realizes what he's done. He will afterwards, and everyone will talk to him, congratulate him. But, you know, when a guy can come off the bench and do what Tim has done, it shows you the depth of your team also.
Nice move by Raymond Wilkes after he got it. He'll shoot a pair. Edding picks up his second foul. As we mentioned, he's the current Pizza Hut Player of the Week for the Panthers.
Here's a replay of the foul. Right in between two players. They both reach, one over his back and the other in front. Foul was called on Tim.
Wilkes misses the first of 2.
Once you let a college basketball player get the ball down 3 or 4 or 5 feet from the basket, he ought to be able to either score or get fouled every time. If he can't, he probably shouldn't be out there.
Well, Drury has done it every time, basically, that they've gotten it down low. Just like Coots here with a pass to Eddie.
Too close.
You're going to hit 90% of those or better.
The long arms of Watson got that rebound, just reached out, snaked it in.
Stanfield out front, the rebound for the Bearcats. McKendree at 12 and 9 on the season. This will count. Their last game, a blowout loss against SIU Edwardsville, a team not too far from Lebanon, Illinois, actually. They're a Division II ball club. Now Coots will check out. With 9 on the afternoon, a well-deserved round of applause. Brad Hayes is in for Drury, a 5'11 freshman from Tulsa. And we're going to see Marcelo Zamagni in.
I'm sure he left Watson and Allen in a little bit longer because they both had limited action in the first half. They were in foul trouble or...
Again, Brian Stanfield. Three-pointer, 91 to 57. That one hangs on the rim and won't go. And a foul.
I saw a highlight film the other night on TV, high school game, and he put it up and it stayed on the glass like this. Let's see if we catch this. Puts it up so soft there, it rolled off.
Now watch the follow here.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't it. In fact.
But I'd never seen that. A shot very similar to that. It hit the glass, laid back, and just stayed up there. They had to get another ball or one of the players to knock it down. The referee called it a jump ball.
There is just enough space up there where if you know, it's a 1 in a million shot, but you could get it to stay there. Chuck Allen is through for the afternoon. Brown has his 14th point, 7:09 to go. Marcelo Zamagni is in, the 6'6 junior from Argentina by way of Springfield Hillcrest. Brad Hayes, it's a 2 if it goes. Hayes averages just 1.3 per game. Appearing in his 10th game for the Panthers this afternoon. There's a foul on Stanfield. 44 left.
Brian working hard in there to defend against the post position. He got caught, put in a little bit too much pressure.
Marvin Walker will dig even deeper into the bench. And David Watson checks out with 16. Tim Edding. No, he'll stay and Stanfield will go out. Fabio Delmeda is in for the Panthers, the 6'6 senior from Sao Paulo, Brazil. And an official conference.
Seems to be some question over the scoreboard. I don't know if it's a four-sided board. They're looking at an angle that we don't see. Maybe there's a problem on that side.
Well, it shows 6:44 to play. Steve Lee is also in for the Panthers, number 30, a 6'3 junior from St. Louis. Can't tell any major problems here, unless it has something to do with the time on the clock.
Back to action.
And no bonus, apparently. Brown with the leaner, fouled from behind. This will be Delmeda, who just got in.
Fouls on Delmeda, 16 foul.
Here's Delmeda. He's beat right there. Once a man's by him, he reached in and fouled him. But once your man had beat you, let him go on.
Kind of reminds you of what Drury has done all afternoon.
Yeah. McKendree plays good defense at first pass or two. They come and get in good defensive position, but once you go on by them, they'll let you have the basket. I say that that's how they play today. They may not play that every night, but that's how it's been this afternoon.
17 now for Chad Brown. 6 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Drury in a blowout, 93-61. Panthers lose it. No starters left in the game for Drury. This will be Delmaida's second.
Raymond Wilkes really trying to get the ball inside, and both Delmaida that time, Stanfield a couple plays earlier, are really fighting for position, and the result has been 2 fouls. We've got a 1-on-1 now earlier.
Both
ball
teams
back.
will shoot bonus the rest of the way. A total of 12 on the roster for the Panthers. The first 6 have punched out, starting 5, and Kevin Cheffy is also through. And the substitutes get a chance to get their feet wet. Well, for the first time in the game, Tim Edding hits a 2-pointer. Again, 7 for 7 for 21 points from 3-point range in the first half, a school record. Not for a half, but for an entire game. Foul is against Brad Hayes, his first.
Drury right now needs to play a little bit better defense instead of fouling every time. Here we see him go down, goes up. Brad's only 5'9". I know the player he's playing against isn't very much bigger, if any, but make him take a shot. Get a hand in his face, be in position, and let's play the game.
He's listed 5'11", but I don't believe it. Zupan has a chance to break into the scoring column. He's a freshman out of Wood River, Illinois. Minutes to go. Again, we'll be with you for 3 more Drury Panther broadcasts, all in February, here on Ozarks Public Television, the first of which, February 1st, Thursday night. The Panthers meet School of the Ozarks here at Weiser, game time 7:30. The other games will match Rockhurst in the second meeting of the season between Drury and the Hawks. Davis with the basket there, and our third and final television broadcast will be against Missouri Southern, the 19th of February. Always a good matchup there. On the run, the Bearcats with the basket. Raymond Wilkes has 14. 95-68. A 2 try for Edding wouldn't go.
He caught Delmaida rebounding with his right hand and pushing off with his left.
Well, Fabio has come in and committed 3 fouls in just about 3 minutes or so.
Here you'll see the shot going off. Was barely headed. And right at the beginning of that, you can see the push off and the McKendree player falling forward. Had there been more people in around the basket, where there's normally 5, 6, 7 people and they're going for the rebound, a lot of times that same move doesn't get detected. You get the rebound and put it back in. When you're all by yourself, as they were, it's pretty obvious when you give them a good shot.
Chad Brown, that won't count. It's a violation. Somebody was in the lane too fast.
And we alluded earlier to McKendree's lack of intensity on defense. They're down 25, 30 points, and the last 5 fouls have all been called against Drury. I mean, they're willing to just go ahead and let you play, it seems like.
Delmeda goes down low. And Steve Lee gets in on the action. The junior from St. Louis with his first bucket. 4:35 on the clock. Zamagny gets the board.
Well, score 99 or 100 if we can get a three right here.
For 100, it's good. For Fabio Delmeda. And the fans love it. Foul down low is on Zamagny, his first.
There's a penetration, goes up, and the reach. Well, they call the reach in by Zamagny. Looked a little.
It's like he's just standing there.
Yeah, it looked a little light. Technically, there's contact made, so we've got a 1-on-1 free throw. Well, it should be a two-shot. Excuse me.
Well, it's the first time this year Drury has hit the century mark. Had 90 several times, but never 100. Four minutes, 11 seconds to play. Second one is rebounded by Delmeda. This is quite similar to Drury's last 5 games or so, which have been won by an average margin of 27 points in the winning streak. Beat Emporia State by only 15 the other night. That, though, was an impressive win in its own right. Imagine how the other ones have been during this 5-game, what will be a 6-game winning streak. Will it be Delmeda? He threw an elbow, but was reached in on first.
That's kind of like a charging call. It's a fine line. If a man is pushing into you and they call a foul before you push back, and it's a foul on him. If they don't see the stepping into your reaching and they see you giving the push, the foul's on the offensive player.
Ball is lost, but McKendree gets it back. Wilkes with some tough play inside. Offensive foul. Look at Harry Statham over on the McKendree bench. You can't believe any of this.
Goes over, gets his own rebound. Now here you'll see the charge.
Well, good setup there by Marcelo.
Yeah. May have been a little acting, but the contact was made. He's a good enough jumper and shooter. He really should have just gone straight up with it. Had a shot, easy shot.
Here comes Fabio. 5 now. 5 players in double figures and 2 others with 9, both starters that we won't see again. So an all-out team effort for Drury in the truest sense today. Toss to Edding. He'll try for number 8. But it's off the mark. Now Marcelo climbing over the back. Zamagny's second. Look at it.
There he goes, right there.
Skying over.
It looked like, at this angle in live action, it looked like it was a clear, clean rebound. The replay showed that he all but crunched the McKendree player. Gives Randall 1-and-1.
102-72, Drury. And one more free throw forthcoming. McKendree got 16 from Kevin Schwartz, 17 from Chad Brown, and 14 from Raymond Wilkes. Now the Bearcats can't believe the call. This is Darren Randall making a bit of a scene. Panthers ball. Pass is incomplete. Actually picked off now by Randall. Down to Lewis with the power turnaround. Follow shot won't go. Third try, Schwartz. It's 18 on the afternoon. With 2:24 left. Hayes with the dish. Great pass, Lee.
Good put in. That was tough to handle that pass and get the shot off. Lee did a good job.
Zamagny with the rebound, gets it out to Edding. Be nice to see him get one more tray before we're finished. Almeida was out of bounds.
Here's Lee.
One minute, 55 seconds left from Weiser Gym. Count the bucket for Wilkes. And one free throw. Again, we invite you to join us for our next broadcast Thursday night here at Weiser as the Panthers take on School of the Ozarks. Here on Ozarks Public Television. 2 for Wilkes. Seemed like he spent quite a bit of time at the foul line. But this one painfully short. Zamagny able to control the board. Hayes down low. Lee out to Delmeda. Well, the thought was there.
Lee should have been there. He passed back to Delmeda, and I think he thought Bobby was going to take a shot and make it, and was actually leaving to go to the other end. Should have been hitting the glass, and he'd have had a layup.
That's 21 for Kevin Schwartz on the 3. He has 5 trays for McKendree. But the Bearcats have fallen way short today. Zamagny hits, and with that, every Panther has scored.
Zamagny took a hard drop and wasn't really pleased about it when he got back up.
So everybody's been in on the action for Drury.
Here's Zamagny right there. He felt, and it does look like that 21 gave him an extra little shove there in the shoulder, and you don't want to get hurt, especially at this stage of a game.
Went down pretty hard. Almeida off the mark for 3. And another foul. We'll walk back to the other end. 1 minute to go, 106-80 Drury. So the nation's 7th ranked NAIA team will improve to 17-2, win their 6th consecutive game, and go to 11-1 here at Weiser Gym. They'll also square up the all-time series with these two teams, 2 games apiece. Randall hits the front end. 1 more to go. Crowd has stuck around by and large. Good question. Eight for Randall in the final minute. 3-on-2 chance. Edding wanted that 8 3-pointer, but didn't have a chance at it. Zamagny picks up the pass, sticks it in. Pull-up 3 goes for Randall, so he's able to hit 11 on the afternoon. Delmeda through traffic. Edding, could it be 8? Tim Edding with 26, including 8 3-pointers. Unbelievable. Seconds to go. 3-pointer number 8. To pad the record.
Identical form, that's right. It's one thing to break a record, it's another thing to shatter it. 5 people with 5, and he's now got 8. That's
5 5 seconds on the clock. Shot clock inadvertently went off there. And that's it. 111 to 85 is our final. Largest number of points the Panthers have scored this year, and I'm sure in quite a long time, Roland Schultz. They just had pretty much of an easy time with McKendree.
McKendree made one little run in the first half. Drury got ahead 25 to about 14 or 15. They came back, scored 2 or 3 in a row, cut it down to 5 or 6. Drury seemed to stall out and then exploded, ran it up to 20 in the first half, and just kept going from there.
Panthers led 56-37 at the half and ended up with the 111-85 final score. Tim Edding with the school record of 8 3-pointers finishes as the game's leading scorer with 26. There's the last one.
That's what the afternoon is all about. That's how this game will be remembered. It's a great performance by Tim, a record that it may take a few years for that to be broken.
So he finishes with 26. The starting 5, Nathan Watson had 16, Chuck Allen 10, Darren Faulkner 10, Kenneth Langston and Jim Cooch 9 each, Kevin Chaffee